For this craft, you're going to need a box. I used a cereal box. You'll also need a plate or bowl for your paint, a paper and a marker, some tape and some glue, some paint brushes, and some paint. And lastly, you're going to need some scissors. The first step is to take your cereal box and to open up the flaps on the top of the box and use your scissors to cut them all off. Once you finish the top, you're going to flip your box over, open the flaps on the bottom, and repeat the process there, cutting off all the flaps. Now, you're going to want to get rid of most of these, but make sure you save one long piece that you cut off, because we're going to use that later in our elephant craft. So you should have a box with no top and no bottom. And now we're going to go to our next step. Use our marker to kind of draw a semicircle at the bottom of your box to give you a pattern to follow while you cut. So we're going to cut out that little semicircle shape. Just like this. And now we're going to repeat that on the back of the box. Another semicircle shape. And cut that out as well. Now we have made the feet of our elephant. Our next step is painting. So get your bowl ready for your paint. You're going to use gray paint, or in my case, I mixed white and black to get a nice shade of gray. We're going to cover the whole front of the box as well as the two sides with our gray paint. I used 2 coats. You're also going to take that flap that we saved from before and cover that front and back with gray paint. While we're waiting for our paint to dry, let's talk about elephants. Elephants live in Africa and in Asia, and they're the largest land animal in the world. You can tell the difference between an African and an Asian elephant by looking at their ears. This is an African elephant. His ear is sort of shaped like the continent of Africa where he lives. African elephants are larger than Asian elephants. This is an Asian elephant. If you look at her ear, it is shaped sort of like the country of India, which is found in Asia where she lives. Elephants live in giant herds led by the matriarch, who is the oldest female. Elephants spend most of their day eating. They can eat for 12 to 18 hours a day. You can tell a lot about an elephant by looking at its tusks. Elephant tusks never stop growing, so enormous tusks can be a sign of a very old elephant. Both male and female African elephants grow tusks, but only male Asian elephants grow them. The tusk has caused problems for the elephant because people poach elephants and hunt them for their ivory tusks. Watch a video on Tumble Books to learn more about elephants. You can find Tumble Books through the library's digital kids resources. Or you can have someone read you a picture book about elephants. Alright, ready to finish our elephant? Next we're going to cut the ears. Take the scissors and cut down from the top of your box just a couple inches so that you can then cut out an ear shape. You can decide if you'd like your elephant to be an Asian or an African kind. Once you've finished with that ear shape, you're going to take a little piece of tape and repair where you've cut at the very top. That will hold your box together. Now we're going to cut the ear on the other side. Once you've done that, it's time to add the face to our elephant. Find that trunk piece that you painted earlier and get a white piece of paper. We're going to fold that in half and draw a big circle for your elephant eye. If we cut out the circle, just like this, when we're finished, we will have 2 eyes that are the same size and shape. Like this. Next, find your glue. A little dab in each place where you'd like an eye to be. And then glue on your eyes. After you've waited for the glue to dry just a little bit, you can use a marker to add the eyeball to your eye. Now for our trunk. Find that piece of paper you painted before and take your marker, take one end of that flap of paper and kind of gently roll it around the marker, just a little ways. Now you've got a nice little curve to your trunk. We're going to take some glue and put just a little dab in the middle. And then we'll be ready to add the trunk to our elephant. Make sure you push it down firmly so the glue will stick. And now we have our completed elephant. Elephants like to live in herds, so let's see how many are in this herd. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little elephants.